Somebody asked me a question recently about how they could be more authentic and honest with the people in their lives, even when it feels uncomfortable. And there's a subtle what's the word I'm looking for? Um, Mixing up of two things here. And I think it's this idea that being authentic, being honest, is meant to feel comfortable, that it's meant to feel easy. And that hasn't been my experience. The times where I have stood up and been authentic and honest have been times that have felt really vulnerable. There's been a lot of energy and aliveness in my system. I think about a time recently where I stood up for something that I really cared about in a meeting of colleagues, and my body was shaking. It was really hard to stand up and be authentic, because I think for me, authenticity is more about integrity. It's a sense of not abandoning myself, especially not abandoning myself to please other people. And there's something fundamentally challenging about that. It would be much easier to, it's definitely been easier in my life to pretzel my way into the way that I think other people want me to be. It feels way less vulnerable to say the things that I think other people want to hear. So, yeah, I want to dissuade you from this idea that being authentic, being honest, it always feels comfortable and easy. I want to offer that maybe the value of being authentic is that it feels a little uncomfortable. That's one of the reasons, one of the ways I know that I'm touching on something really true is that it does feel vulnerable. I do get that slightly sort of quaking in my system. That's how I know I'm touching something real. The the practice then is to not let the discomfort be the guide as to whether it's right or not. It's This is uncomfortable and I'm going to choose to speak it anyway. This is uncomfortable and I'm going to choose to speak it in a way that honors me and cares for you. It's the authentic relating practice of honor self and honor other. And that's not easy. And it's definitely not comfortable. So yeah, let's stop thinking that the the way to judge how authentic and honest we are is how easy and comfortable it becomes. Sure, maybe it gets easier over time and more practiced over time, at least more familiar. Um, but for me, it is the discomfort, the vulnerability, that sense of aliveness that tells me that I'm touching something real. It's a little bit like I still get really nervous when I speak in public. I'm doing it for decades now. And I've come to learn that the nerves aren't something to worry about. The nerves are an indication that this thing is really important to me. And it's the same with the discomfort of authenticity. Where I'm touching something really, really true when it feels uncomfortable. So that's the sign that I'm getting it right. That's the sign that this is authentic, that it does feel uncomfortable. So I'd love to hear how this lands for you. Does this resonate with your experience? What do you think about this definition of authenticity as not abandoning yourself? Yeah, do you have any other questions? please let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next time.